Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming in. Tonight is going to be a special night. We've had guests on all week. We have one more guest this week. This man is not only a researcher, he's a very outstanding person in our community of Sky Videos. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome the channel ID. How are you, Mike?
Great. Good seeing everyone. Thanks for doing this, Dave. I appreciate your community support and dedication.
And thank you for coming on, sir.
You bet. You bet.
What got you started doing Sky Videos, sir?
Well, back in like 2009, I started realizing about chemtrails and had type of an awakening about that, and looked into all that information and bought into it really hard. I did everything I could to try to stop it. Basically, run around trying to wake up all the people in your friends, family, workplace, and it doesn't do a lot but isolate and alienate and ostracize you from all of those. So I had that dark night of the soul type thing where you're researching and find out all this negativity that we think we've been lied to about, that everything's a lie and all out there. And I bit into that really hard, and I kind of alienated myself from everything in life, and I just pulled back and did the hermit thing and started to look inside and figure out what we could do about all of that negativity stuff we've seen. And I started looking at the sky, and probably in 2013 or something like that, it popped for me. And I mean, at one time I went out and the sky totally changed and revealed itself to me as being alive, as having intelligence there. And it was a lot more than what I was seeing in government conspiracy or chemtrails and stuff. So, I was stunned with it, and all the people on my channel, which at that time I had less than 500 people on my channel, and it was all people that believed in chemtrails, and there wasn't a lot of support and a lot of following that, because it's hard to hold that negative narrative. Who wants to be told and reminded every day of how we're being poisoned to death and manipulated and stuff? So I had to find a way to transmute all that darkness and stuff and negativity that I perceived was going on, because I found out over the internet, let's say, because it wasn't like I was walking down the street and people were coming up to me saying, "Hey, do you know what's going on?" It's basically you're out there looking for that stuff.
So everything you see is not everything we see, in your opinion, is not actually from a chemtrail.
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, totally. So, we're having issues with our magnetosphere. That's the electromagnetic bands that extend out into space. They collapse, they shrink by 20%, they say. And we have a lot more cosmic radiation and UV radiation entering and reaching ground level, as Mr. MBB333 and all the other people around the nation are showing that it's coming through and reaching ground level. So it would make sense to me to see the way that they're spraying those trails very precisely at those type of, let's call them plasma clouds, or those radiation clouds, those cosmic looking charged clouds, that they're trying to put a strip as close as they can to them. That would only make sense. They're doing that to try to affect whatever effect it's having on the planet, right?
Yes, sir.
You agree with that, right? So I mean, there's all this narrative out there about, oh, it's this, it's that, it's how they're manipulating us or taking us down with this and that, and it's more than that. They've actually come out and put all that narrative out there to lock us into a fear and victimization reality, if you ask me.
Absolutely.
So we're having
Yeah,
this
there's a lot of,
supernatural, and it's not like there's nothing to worry about, or I don't think something's really amiss up there, or something's really going on. But it's just that it seems to be more supernatural and spiritual or paranormal at times. The
somebody
chemtrails
just said
really,
they can't,
yeah, the
somebody just said
chemtrails.
they can't hear anything.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Check, sound check. Anybody in the
sound
chat?
check. Can
Yeah, you might want to
anyone,
refresh your browser or refresh your YouTube. Might help.
Miss Polly, can anyone else hear us? We're 10 seconds ahead of them.
Right.
I'm waiting for a, yes, he is at a little low. You're a little bit low there, Mike. My
Okay.
sky's 5D.
Okay. I'll try
Everyone
to speak
here,
up.
well,
Yeah, I'm
thank
on
you
a
very much.
headset, so
Everyone
yeah.
here, My Skies 5D channel is an awesome channel. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
Thank you
Great.
very much. This guy started following my videos here about 2 years ago, and I went in and started watching his videos, and this man has an awesome following. You not, Mike.
Anyway, so yeah, I seen a higher perspective of what's going on up there, and there's really no good outcome to just feel that we need to, stand up against chemtrails. It's not stopping any. We haven't stopped one plane from all the speaking out we've done. I've disrupted my whole life over that narrative that I bought into so hard for 3 years, right? And I think that we're
Yes, sir.
powerful. I think we're powerful creators, and the dark side, nefarious side, will put out information like that because they know we'll ingest it into our conscious, and then with that belief system we have, we start to co-create that, and we start to live in that fear and victimization vibration that they want us in, maybe. So I found the way to transmute that, and I believe there's entities up there that are revealing themselves to us, not maybe so much in a physical nuts and bolts way. I don't see this has been happening to me for so long. It comes and it goes. It's no one bumps their head. I mean, no one's dropping out of the sky. They're not landing in my backyard. So I realized this, that everybody has a catalyst into this awakening. Flat Earth can be a catalyst. CERN can be a catalyst. Chemtrails are a catalyst. All these things are part of the awakening. So it's important for me to remember to take the judgment out of other people's catalysts and realize it's just their process in this awakening.
Absolutely. I don't live in fear, and I mean, there's a lot. That's why I speak about fear porn. People think there's poison flying above us and landing on. They're spraying us like bugs. I mean, uh, what is your opinion wholeheartedly about that?
That's a negative narrative, a collective negative narrative that people are running with. When I look at what people are doing in public and in our in our physical 3D, look at what kids are doing with parkour free running. Those kids are excelling like nobody's business. You think we could go over to a parkour free runners and tell them that they're being poisoned, sick, and dying? You think they're going to listen? It's going to work on them? I don't know. They don't. They're not
What
living with that.
what kind of? Well, it's obvious they are spraying the trails. I mean, uh,
Okay,
then
but
what
it's not
type of
obvious
a?
to me. I don't believe
Sir,
so much exactly the aluminum, strontium, barium. I'm not running with that narrative. No,
what do
I
you
still
think they're
think it's being
spraying?
done. Queso cheese whiz, for all I know, because if you look at the people that uh, have activity in that area, the people with hot air balloons, skydivers, paramotors,
Yes, sir.
paragliders, ultralights, hang gliders. That's millions of people, and they have tens of thousands of channels up there. They go up to 15,000 feet. They can and do regularly, and they get together in the hundreds and fly all over the world. Don't There's not a chance that they could not see it or not be up there ingesting it at a greater rate than we could. But is one of those people coming out and saying anything? Go to these paragliding, hot air balloon channels and look at how many people and all their footage. The stuff's right there in the sky, and they're up there with it. They have no concerns, or they're not coming down at a higher rate of toxicity or something. I mean, if anybody thought they should wake somebody up, go to those people, go to their channels and casually say, "Hey, I'm thinking about getting into hot air ballooning. Do you have any concerns over the chemtrailing up there, the geoengineering?" And see what they all say. There's your best, resource for trying to wake others up. It's not going to help to go talk to your grocery store clerk and ask him what's going on up there. Like, he's going to have a better idea, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I
So
take
anyway,
everything you say, sir, in consideration.
hmm
Tell me if you can see your home screen when I click on it.
not yet.
Not yet. I clicked on it. I had it prepared up here. Let me see.
Yeah,
Screen
well,
share.
a lot of people are under the impression that this stuff is all brand new because they've opened up CERN or something. But I want to point out to a channel named Indian in the Machine YouTube channel. Go back to his first couple videos. They're 11 or 12 years ago. He's talking and showing all the same stuff that we're seeing and talking about in the sky right now.
Yes, sir. I understand. What's the name of that channel again?
Indian in the Machine YouTube
Indian
channel.
in the Machine.
Yeah, and go back and look at his first few videos, and he'll show he calls them silk clouds like I do, the elemental silk clouds.
Yes, sir. You know you have like 150,000 views on your channel?
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, I could have I have all the bells and whistles activated on my channel, but I've resisted going monetized for whatever reason. Not sure that you really make enough, and I don't want to. I'm just doing this for different reasons than trying to be financial with it myself.
Well, that's understandable, sir.
Great seeing everyone in the chat, by the way. Hello, Dirty
Tell us
Rotten.
a little bit about your
Little call out to
videos.
Shelter. There it is. So I
Go
see
ahead.
entities. I see an intelligent up there. I see. I think we co-create what we see up there. Like that video that you did, shocking and revealing. That's the next level
Yes,
stuff
sir.
right there. How did you feel when you filmed that? Did you know how special that was? What you were seeing?
Yes, sir. I was excited. I couldn't wait to get it on video.
Exactly, and you were excited to share with all of us and bring us closer together with it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir.
So a lot of people talk about these being something demonic or demons or government or something bad, but is that what it's really doing to all of us in the Skywatch community? I don't think we're all being possessed. I see all of us getting stronger and all of us compelled to reach out to each other and start this community and uplift and support and work through what's going on. If that's what the demons are doing for us up there, I'm not so sure I would call it demons. When those things come around, they don't make me want to go out and do any harm to others or to myself. Actually, what's going on in the sky has helped me with my addictions and things. It's very.
Yes, sir. I understand what you're saying.
Mhm. And I see all of us in this
I,
community getting stronger and growing too. So
I do respect your opinion on these matters, sir. That's why you're my guest tonight.
yeah, right, right. So when I was holding a negative narrative with my channel, I couldn't get over 500 views, right? As soon as I learned how to transmute what I was seeing in the sky and create something beautiful when I was looking at it with my positive intention, because I used to go out at first, between 2012 and 2015, and I'd be furious. I'd be pissed off all day long. Every chemtrail was an attack on me. I felt victimized. I felt I had to tell everybody around me to try to wake people up to stop it, and it did nothing for me. It alienated and isolated me from everybody and everything. So, um, learning to go out and project your positive intent to the sky. And if you want to see angels, think angels. If you want to see dragons, imagine dragons. I got 17 cosmic cloud dragons this year. They just the first one stunned me. It was just beyond belief. It was just a complete dragon in the cloud right there. Dragon cloud. Hey, that would be a
Now
good
your
video
channel's back.
if you
Your
could go to the
channel's
one.
fixing to come on the screen.
Right, right. Cool. I see the page now.
Yes, sir. That's awesome, isn't it?
Yep, yep.
Yes, to mention your videos, sir, and I respect your videos. I learn a lot from watching your videos. Like the Sunfire,
Yeah,
the Sunfire Rainbow. I mean, a lot of people don't see stuff like that.
that's right. Well, here you go. That's just a technique, and everybody can do that. If you block the sun with the edge of something and something in the background with an off color, just like two trees together, called a tree sandwich, and look in the glow from that sunlight, and you'll see those particles. They're there every day. We've been breathing them in all our life, if you ask me. I think that's what the sun rays, the photons bouncing off each other, look like.
Yes, sir. I was going to show that particles video here near about halfway into the stream.
Cool, cool. And then, I have a Cosmic Cloud Dragon playlist. Go over and take a look through those. Just skim through and see if all those don't look like dragons. I started imagining dragons and I started creating dragons in my sky. We're really powerful co-creators here. If we buy into all of this negative narrative, we create our own hell. We create those negative agendas that are against us. They're being portrayed out there for us to feed off of that information and then create them ourselves.
Yes, I know what you're saying.
With a lot of people that are totally stuck into the chemtrail thing, you see their channels are getting, they're just trying to get their collective anxiety out, and I just try to have a positive perspective so that you can come to a channel and see something else in the sky, because when people just see chemtrails, that's all they look at in the sky. I think it's important to look at what else is going on in the sky, especially when they're spraying with the chemtrails. Like those halos that pull up, those are on days when our Schumann resonance is spiking, and when the cosmic radiation that's coming from the sun is at an all-time high, and our magnetosphere is having issues. The chemtrails will come out and the halo will start appearing. That means there's less protection between us and outer space. It would only make sense that they would be up there trying to spray at those particular times. And if chemtrails was just a nefarious agenda, they could make it invisible and we would never know. Could you imagine us trying to run around and tell people about invisible chemtrails, how far we would get? How many people would that wake up, Dave?
Right? I mean, I hear it and I see it all over the YouTube. Yes, sir. I know what you're saying.
So how about those chemtrails are up there to help us wake up? Because could you imagine trying to wake people up to they're spraying us with something and it would be invisible? We wouldn't even know.
Right.
That would be the only reason it's visible is because they're trying to use it to block cosmic radiation. I know nobody's afraid of cosmic radiation. You can't see it, taste it, smell it. But I mean, you can feel it on the sun from your skin, how it starts to sting and burn like that, and you can see it on the edges of the south sides of trees, plants, and leaves, and the trunks of trees are all burnt and split back, peeled back.
Yes, sir. This is awesome. I respect your opinion on everything, sir. Have you done any real research, like say testing any water or testing of the air or filtering some air or collecting of any dust particles or anything like that?
I've seen dust and particles on surfaces, but if you go look around on our surfaces, it's not building up. I mean, it's not like we have this excessive amount of dust and dirt and stuff around. So it's pretty hard to just go pay for all that. I don't have much finances to pay for testing, but as it is, I'm just not worried about it. I'm going to hold a positive perspective on what's going on and not let any of that negative work against me.
Yes, sir. And it all makes sense. Have you seen any halos lately? And why do you think? Have you seen any halos lately?
Yeah, the halos are from days when we have less magnetic protection from our magnetosphere in between us.
It's not. You don't believe it's from actual trails.
No, no, no. Those are days when we have less magnetosphere in between us.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm just getting into your mind, sir, and I appreciate it. To me, you're a genius,
Well, anytime
and
that
I
they're
want to.
spraying, we're having issues with cosmic radiation. If you just look at the type of clouds that are okay, if you do a time lapse and watch a trail, it spans out to have straight lines. It's pretty easy to tell all the way through that that's a chemtrail. But everybody's starting to call everything they see. They think it fans out and makes all these entity-looking shaped clouds, these plasma-looking clouds that we have up there. If you look on time lapses, you'll see those clouds come in first, and then the planes come to try to spray as close as they can to it.
Yes, sir.
Right?
As you see, your screen is up there.
Yeah, I sure
Um,
do.
Here, let's see if I can play one of your videos.
Cool.
I'll cut the volume down. Let's see. I don't want to get no copyright. Energetic 5D reality above and within. Can you explain? I know you like a lot of self clouds. I do. I've noticed that in your videos.
Yeah, sylph clouds have a very recognizable energy frequency signature pattern. They look like a paintbrush, like in this one here, it looks like a paintbrush stroke. And they just don't look like anything else around, and they often stand out all by themselves. There will be nothing else around them. Now, I have a connection built up with these. This is me connecting with my sky and making this content that we're using to bring all of us together. These things didn't do anything harmful to me. I felt energized. I felt great. I did a live stream and shared this with everybody while it was happening. I felt inspired. But on the other hand, this looks like cosmic radiation. This looks like plasma, or whatever reasons we're having the issues with our magnetosphere. This looks like what comes in.
Yes, sir. That's awesome. I like catching the clouds and the whatever's up there in the sky like that myself.
Yep, yep. Well, these are a visitation. This is a connection that I have with my sky. These come out and reveal themselves to me, and it hurts me a little bit when everybody, in this community, not everybody, a lot of people in this community can't see anything or say anything good about what's going on in their sky. And that's just what my channel's about, is trying to show a higher perspective, that there's something up there that's intelligent. It'll reflect back what you're feeling inside you. If you're having a bad day and you're mad and angry, go out there, you might look and it'll look like demons to you. Go out there with a positive attitude and project your positive intent. Feel good about the sky, bless it with your love, give it some attention and observation, and see if you don't get something more beautiful. You'll get these beautiful rainbows and other things.
Yes, sir. You're right. I like rainbows.
Yep, yep. And if anybody feels
What?
they're under attack and they need an idea on how to stop it, there's tens of thousands of channels of people that partake in sky sport enthusiast activities such as hot air balloon, skydive, hang gliders, paramotor, ultralights, etc. Skydivers. Go over to their channels, ask them if you're interested in getting into that industry, and if they have any concerns, and if they think they should maybe speak out about being poisoned. Because going down here and talking to our gas station clerks and our grocery store clerks, their industry is not going to have an idea what's going on up there. These people that partake in the sky spend infinite hours up there in that environment. How could they not have a higher? They're viewing everything from a higher level vantage point. They're closer to the stuff. They should be, it's just an idea. There's tens of thousands of those channels. Go look at Paragliding World Cup. Dave, I'd like you to do that later. Go over to Paragliding World Cup on YouTube.
Yes, sir. I've seen
what
you.
happened. 300
I've seen and
people.
heard their comment about stuff like that, sir. I understand what you're saying because, like I say, I've heard you before saying that these paragliders and these balloonists and, you know, they're not getting sick up in the clouds and stuff like that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, all we have to do, if not, is then sit back and wait for them to start falling out of the sky, and maybe we'll know. Maybe someone will notice. I mean, right? If we can't go over
Yes,
and
sir.
casually, if we can't just go over and casually talk to them on YouTube, they have tens of thousands of channels. Believe me, really. Hot air ballooning, they get together in the hundreds, and all go up at one time. What better of a community could you ask for to help try stopping chemtrails? I mean, come on. How come nobody that's trying to stop chemtrails will talk about those? Nobody says,
Yes,
hey,
sir.
let's go over and ask the hot air balloon guys what's going on up there. Since they're up there all day, we could have them take samples for us. We could have them take better
Yes.
photography of what's going on. Nobody talking about chemtrails wants to say anything about those industries. Does that not surprise you?
Uh, you're right, sir. Um,
I
people aren't seeking enough. Excuse me, enough answers. You know, uh, we do need to seek more answers, and that's why you're on here tonight, sir. I
it's
respect your opinion,
it's
and
my opinion.
believe me,
There is no absolutes. We're co-creating what we're seeing and what's going on right now. We're
I mean,
co-creating
believe me,
lots of ways.
what you saying makes a lot of common sense.
Another thing, anybody that believes there's sun simulators and lens arrays hiding planets up there, go to the astrophotography channel. Something that's called a Star Party 2019, Star Party 2018, 2017, and just look at how many hundreds of people have these telescopes as big as pickup trucks. They all get together in a field a few times a year, all weekend long, and view the sun, the stars, and the heavens. Do you not think that they're going to be the first one to notice something up there like that? And if you think you're finding something, go to those communities and ask them, hey, could you take a look around with your big scope there and see if you can find this for us? Right?
Yes, sir. There's just a lot of planes out there with all these trails coming behind them, and people just don't. I
Do you know
mean,
what the stated, okay, when you go to the geoengineering thing, do you know what their stated mission is with that? Have you researched that, Dave?
uh, to reflect the sun.
Okay, that means block cosmic radiation. Does anybody got a problem with that? Why does everybody have a problem with blocking cosmic radiation? That if we're going into a pole shift in a grand solar minimum and our magnetosphere is being wiped out and that it's burning all the trees from the UV radiation that we're ourselves monitoring UVC at ground level.
You know, I said to somebody, and they didn't believe me, that maybe it's something else than what they're telling us. And I said to slow down solar flares coming from the sun.
Yep. And I can feel them when we're having a blast. Actually, the Schumann resonance right now is spiking, and we have a coronal hole stream pointing at us from the sun. We have a 600 to 700 kilometer second particles entering our atmosphere right now. When that happens, your ears will start ringing. You might get achy and crampy in your back and neck. Uh, Lots of other symptoms. All these type of symptoms we're feeling that everybody would like to blame on 5G and chemtrails and all can have a lot to do with the electromagnetics of our core of our Earth and the magnetosphere that's being compromised.
You don't think maybe if there's metal particulates? I hate to stay on the chemtrails, but I know we're sky watchers.
Well,
Like frequencies. Do you think maybe it can help frequencies travel for the military?
yeah, they could do whatever they want, and who knows? But they're not gonna. All right, are they using them at ground level? Are people forgetting to stop at red lights? Do you have to stop over? How many chemtrail victims do you have to step over to leave your house every day? If they have all this
None.
fantastical weaponry, why aren't they using it? Why can't they just vaporize somebody that's telling on all of them? Come
Yes,
on.
sir.
You know, if they're using frequencies up there to block cosmic radiation, more power to them, in my opinion.
I was going to speak about a lot of your videos. Here's
Show
the
them
name of
everyone.
some of them.
Go take a look at my dragon video. If you go to my playlist that says Cosmic Cloud Dragons.
Yes, sir. Yes, I have a whole list of your trees are crying.
Yeah.
What does that video mean?
They're weeping. When the UV gets too much on these trees, it draws up a bunch of sap and it starts leaking out of their orifices. So they'll start crying. They'll have water just like flowing down the side of these trees. It's pretty wild, pretty scary. But that's from the UV radiation, in my opinion.
Yes, sir. Smart Dust, one of your videos.
Yeah, that's back when I believed in smart dust more, when I believed it was all being done against us. You know, I had that up, and I just believe there's a higher aspect with that. I'm never going to be somebody's proof of, research that I can say what it is or what it's not up there. But I'm just not buying into the negative narrative.
Yes, sir. What's a helio halo?
The what?
A helio halo.
Oh, that's the halos. When we're having these magnetic events, I can feel them coming on. I can tell when we're having a magnetic issue with our magnetosphere. And that's when these halos will show up out there. And some days it gets so bad we'll have the offset halo up there even. Stuff like that.
Yes, sir. We do sky videos. Do you believe the skies are telling us something?
Yep. They're showing that the magnetosphere is slipping and we're having issues with it. It's showing that the core of the Earth is changing. It's showing what's going on in the solar system. Also, I believe there's an elemental aspect of it, and it's there to at least inspire us.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you show one of my dragon videos?
Okay. How far back do I need to go to do that?
Playlist Cosmic Cloud Dragon.
How far is that?
Go to my playlist.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I can.
Yeah, there's a heading there. Playlist. Yep.
Let me see if. Where would it be?
It's Cosmic Cloud Dragon.
I mean, which playlist?
Cosmic Cloud Dragon playlist.
I got you 24 of them. It says play all of them.
Well, that's just to get you on the list, I guess.
Let's make sure it's muted. This says a huge dragon.
Yeah, I would like you to go down to the third one, please.
The
third.
What's the name of it?
Video. One more up. Third one.
Could you tell me the name of it?
Act 65.
I got Act 63.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Act 63, my Sky 5D Cosmic Dragon. We will SOS.
Yeah. Can you pull that on full screen?
Probably. I don't know. I'm not that good at this, sir.
No worries.
I just started doing this. How's that?
That's fine.
It's coming up full screen. It was like 10 seconds.
Yeah, no worries. Do you see the dragon in that?
Is that full screen? Yes, I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that thing lasted over me for 40 minutes and it kept its shape the whole way. You know, I'd film it
That's
for a minute
awesome, man.
So what causes that? That didn't come from an airplane. I was out there all day long and no airplanes flew by. You know, a lot of these videos, when you see them, you're not going to see chemtrails in my videos because it's not what I film out there. You see the perfect circle on the side of its face?
Yes, sir. And all this is in Portland, Oregon?
Yeah. Yep.
That's pretty good, isn't it? I'm just now learning how to do this, you know, and I'm glad,
Oh,
I'm honored to pull your channel up and show your videos like this.
yeah, I've worked, prayed, and dreamed about what I'm doing in this community right now. I love I get 10 new subscribers a week at least. I get a lot of new subscribers from people I talk to in my neighborhood. Every time I'm out on the street, I point out clouds to people, or I'll whip my phone out and show them this dragon video, and they're like, "What?" I go, "Yeah, check the clouds out more often." So I get a lot of people in my neighborhood, in my physical environment.
A lot of people don't look up anymore.
But I'll tell you what, I find more people when you point out chemtrails to someone, most people know there's something up there, but it's not enough to panic people and stop their life. I mean, they still need to get up and go do their job, take care of their family. I mean, if everybody looked up and freaked out at one time, wouldn't that cause a lot of disruption in society?
Yes, sir. You're right. Amy Armour, thank you for coming in.
So I think it's cool that we can help the ones that are ready to wake up. You know what I mean? And try to have a positive aspect about it, because I got stuck in the fear trap of it all, hard. I gave up my job. My family and friends don't want to talk to the guy that believes we're all being poisoned every day.
I'm trying to get the smaller screen here. Go back to the.
Yeah, so you can see his neck gets a little bit shorter, but it still keeps its face, and that circle is still there.
Yes, sir. There's another one there coming up. Another.
Yeah, this is wildness. Yeah, you can jump to another dragon video now.
Do you see aerials?
No, because I believe that the narrative on an aerial is it's a physical thing held up by tracks and cables and nuts and bolts. No, I don't hold that thought.
I'm just asking.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the other thing is that a lot of people look up and they want to call all this evil and negative, and I don't hold that narrative no more. I mean, I'm not going to say everything up there is good or everything's up there is bad, but it seems like people, some people focus just on the negative, and I don't see that as being a positive message to share with new people. Say, hey, I want to tell you, pull somebody over on the street and say, I want to tell you, there's demons and aerials attacking us in the sky. See how far that message goes. Go take that to the street, walk up and down the street and say, hey, that's a demon aerial right there that's attacking us, and see if anybody listens.
Yes, sir.
I don't think so.
I'm having a little trouble getting into the. I let it run into another video.
Right. Well, you need to probably jump back over and cancel that out. Stop that thing.
One of your videos says, "What is it? It's a DNA rainbow. What is that?"
Yeah. It looks like wildness. I don't know what to say about that. Looks like we're getting planetary DNA upgrade. Who knows? It looks like some supernatural spiritual stuff to me.
Yes, sir.
That's what I focus on up there, and that's what responds to me in the sky is the angels. Look at the last video I just did. Maybe you could put that up. And if you look down the comment section, everybody else says, I see angels, I see angels, I see angels. I don't put up their angels. I just put the video up, and everybody else comes on the comments there and says what they see. And the majority of all my comments and my things, people see a higher aspect, it seems like.
Well, like I say, and I'm going to say it again, a painter that does his artwork, we're sky watchers, and we see things that maybe our viewers aren't seeing, or vice versa.
Yeah, well, I believe it's further than that. I think we are creating things up there in the sky. I think the sky, the clouds, and source intelligence will reflect back to you what you want to see or what's going on inside of you.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Give me a couple minutes.
Look at chemtrails all day long. All you're getting is chemtrails. But if you go out and look for angels, maybe angels will appear. If you go out and think that they're all demons and devils up there, maybe that's what you'll get.
Yes, sir. I don't think.
I've been in that darkness. I've gone out.
I understand that positive perspective because I'm the same way. I don't go out looking or angels or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not into just aerials or whatever. I don't understand aerials yet. But yes, I take it as I see it. I'm not looking specifically for any one thing, you know?
Hmm. Yep. It's wild. It's gonna keep, it just keeps going on. I don't see, is all of this is something being done to us. I think it's something being done for us. That we have an opportunity here to change the world around with this, and it's by holding the positive perspective. The negative aspect out there wants to put that narrative out there and have us bite onto it and create that ourselves. We're powerful creators. If we ingest that kind of information and run with it, it's what will it's what our reality will reflect to us.
I'm trying to get back
So
to your
let's
home
go back
screen.
to
Here we are, back in the playlist.
chat now. Hey Norby, Norbert, great seeing you. Killing it,
Do you
Sky
believe
Hawk.
there is like an atmospheric river up there?
I believe those particles that are in the air are our field of intention and source prana chi. Um, yeah, there's a river of atmosphere up there. The jet stream is basically called that. But I believe we
Yes, sir.
co-create what we're seeing up there. We're at a time right now with the photon belt that we're moving through and these higher particles coming through that it's activating our DNA, it's activating our consciousness. A lot of people, when they first wake up, they'll feel this is a paranoia or a gang stalking thing, and that's just your consciousness becoming aware of other people's consciousness or being aware of the collective echo that we hear.
Yes, sir. I understand.
So I went
Which
through all
one
that
did you want
noise
to?
a couple years.
Which one did you want to play in your playlist list next?
How about the Rainbow Plasma Dragon?
Got you. That's not full screen though.
Oh, no worries, whatever. 1111 code. Great seeing you here, Skyhawk. Open your eye, peeps. Fallout Shelter. Hello, everyone.
I wanted to ask you. Go ahead and explain this video first, please. Rainbow Plasma Dragon.
Well, it's in real time, and I think it's source energy up there creating it, co-creating it with me. You know, it's just wild. I don't know. It's supernatural. This is not chemicals. There's no planes in the sky when this happened. This just come out of nowhere, and it was meant for me. It was a visitation. It's what I co-created up there. I'm open to the sky, and I'm open to use my imagination up there. And if I want to see something beautiful, that's what I'll get.
Absolutely. I like that one you did above the car wash. Now,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
thing
Remember
was
that?
beautiful.
You
That
know
was
what I'm
beautiful.
saying?
That had, look at there. I see colors in that now.
Yeah, look at the two little horns.
Yes, sir. This is awesome, man. I love your work. You hear me? Are you here? Did I lose Mike? Is it still on? Is everyone still here? Okay, let's try to get him back on. Lose your mic. We're 45 minutes into the live stream. Come back, Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, we seem to lost Mike with my Skies 5D. I hate that it's happened. Let's try to send him back on. Come on, Mike. Glad to have you back on me. It was right in the middle of your video there. Someone may be on my internet. But thank you all for being here. We have 16 in the chat. I'm showing 16. Someone may be pulling my internet, my Wi-Fi service. Let's try to get him back on one more time. For the rest of the evening. Come on, Mike. I really appreciate you being here, sir. That was an awesome 45 minutes. We'll give you a couple minutes if you'll come back home. We have 10 in the chat. Can y'all hear me pretty good? I sent you the link there, 5D. Let's try to get you back on for the last 15 or 20 minutes, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Thank
All
you.
right.
I appreciate you coming back.
Yeah, no worries, Dave.
Half minute.
Right, no worries, Dave, no worries. So, I feel for all these people that, are feel so victimized by chemtrails, but I've done everything to do what I could do to stop them. I quit working, I quit paying taxes, I told all my friends, family, and workplace, and it's all that's gone now. I mean, nobody's going to go and wake up to your personal perceived hell that, you're being poisoned every day and you need them to believe the same thing. Who wants to sign up for that? I mean,
You're
I
right,
just
sir.
don't see it, and my channel went nowhere with that perspective.
Far as I know, my health hasn't gone anywhere except
No,
for I'm in good health.
same here, same here. I'm in good health for smoking all my life, for drinking a lot of my life, for other drugs that I've done all my life. I'm not going to die early. What's going on up there is not giving me a quick ticket out of this.
And I work outside a lot, you know.
Yep. Now, I do feel it's important that if you're going to be completely in the sun, you can buy UV protective clothing. This shirt I have on right here is Columbia Sportswear. I know you can't see it, but it's protective UV protective clothing. All of the major sporting companies are making UV protective clothing lines now because the powers that be or the industries, they know that the UV is increasing.
They know it, and they make. What about sunscreen? Do you think it gives you cancer, or does it help reflect?
It can help, but it's just your call. I don't know. Everybody tells us everything's poison. Butter is poison for us or bad for us at one time. Eggs are bad at one time. It goes back and forth. A lot of people just, you got to realize with everybody else's catalyst into this, a flat earther is on the same path as me of awakening and trying to figure this reality and world out. It doesn't have to hold water or have an emotional attachment issue for me. I realize that those flat earth people are going through the same process of me of awakening up and trying to figure out what's going on in this reality. That's what the main thing here is that the cosmic radiation, the cosmic light, the photonic light potential that's coming in is activating our DNA and waking up our consciousness.
And the reason why I didn't want to lose you on this stream is because here's a very important question that I've just learned about not too long ago, and I learned it from you.
Very cool.
As Sky Watchers, there's the annual Skywatcher Video Award.
Yeah, right. It's on.
It's by Colorado Skywatch.
Mm-hmm.
Who won it last year?
I won the video of the year or the overall Skywatch thing of the year, but there's like 6 or 7 or 10 categories. Like for the best sunset, for the best halo, for the best chemtrail video, the best rainbow, the best, dragon, the best whatever. So if you go to Colorado Skywatch, he's going to put out a trailer soon and show you how to nominate videos. If you have a video you want to put up for the best of something or to be in that award show, you just send it to him. He'll have all the details. And then he has a way that you can vote on the videos too. So it's all on him. I don't have all the exact details of how, but he's going to put a video up soon, and it happens on New Year's Eve. And I think it's somewhere about December, first week of December. He stops taking the votes and the nominations or whatever, and he does a premiere video on New Year's Eve.
Well, that's awesome because, like I say, I learned about that from you, and I did not have no knowledge about it.
Yeah, he just started it last year. It was his idea, his thought for him to do, and we promoted it on my channel, and it went real well.
Yes, sir. We lost like 7 people when we lost you.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
glad you came back. Maybe we'll get them back.
Sure, no worries. And this is
I'm
just
gonna
my
put your
personal.
link into the My Skies 5D's link in the comment.
Right. Well, thanks for everybody being here. I love all you guys.
This is an awesome channel, My Sky 5D. Everyone.
Right. Just trying to show
This
a
man
highly
is knowledgeable.
spiritual perspective.
I mean, I respect this man's opinion. He's put comments on my videos for the last couple years. Here.
That's how I've learned to transmute what's going on up there. When we buy into all that negative narrative of chemtrails and nano poisoning and all that stuff, it isolates us, really. We want to use that to rally around each other, but it's not very effective. It's a negative, hard to hold frequency, that victimization, right? So I've been able to look up the sky, film the beauty that's up there, show that I believe there's these entities or this intelligence up there that's making this content available for us, and use it to connect with each other from around the world. And that's exactly what my channel does. If you see the way it's grown, and I'm stunned by it. I really appreciate that's what I've done is worked and prayed and dreamed for.
Yes, sir. As sky watchers, I mean, I respect everybody's opinion on aerials or on chemtrails. I don't argue with nobody. I don't want to reach that point or anything like that. I mean, really, we all have different ideas, and a lot of times I don't tell what I believe and the things I see, but every now and then, I'll give an opinion.
Right.
I wanted to show that athonic prophonic particle haze. We have 9 in the chat.
Right.
You live in Portland, Oregon, sir. What is your landscape?
Lots of trees, and I live in the city, so city life. But
you don't live like in mountains or valleys?
No, just it's everywhere. That particle haze is filmable by everybody. Anybody that blocks the sun with the edge of a tree and looks at the background of another tree, you'll see those particles. It's not hard to film yourself at all. Go and block the sun on the background, block the sun on the edge of something with an off-color background, just like those playlist videos I showed. There's lots of different angles you can, try to reproduce.
I'm trying to get to it, sir.
I think that's source energy, photons and stuff.
You've been an awesome guest tonight, that's for sure.
Thanks, Dave.
I'm trying to get to the videos. Wow, this video offset double halo portal dragon has 661 views.
Yeah, that's a great
that's
video.
Pretty good.
It's a real good one.
Can you tell us about the stage work you do, sir? Don't you do some kind of musical stage work?
I used to be a union stagehand, lighting rigging technician, but I've, in the last 6 or 7 years, have not worked in that industry.
Yes, sir. When I hear
because basically I tried to save the world and stop chemtrailing, went around to all the people I worked with and all my friends and family and everything, and tried to share all that negative information, and did nothing but isolate, alienate, and ostracize me from all those things. Nobody wants to be around the guy that's going to tell everybody how they're being poisoned, sick, and dying, and all this negative shit against them. Who's going to live with that? People aren't going to live with that. And it was my perspective at that time that was what was going on, but there's a lot more that's happening besides that. So that's not the case.
I definitely respect your opinion, sir. I'm not in the hospital bed dying myself,
And here's the other thing: if people want to try to do something to stop chemtrails, my best idea is to reach out to the people that participate in activities in the atmosphere, high up in the atmosphere, daily. hot air balloonists,
We're going back.
paraglider pilots.
We're
They can be
going.
up there taking samples for you if you need it.
There is pilots on video saying that they do. I mean, that they're not supposed to talk about it, you know.
There's nothing keeping any of us quiet.
Have you ever seen any of those?
Well, one thing is the pilots aren't in the atmosphere. They're in the atmosphere of the cockpit. I'm talking about people in a hot air balloon that go tens of thousands of feet up in the atmosphere all day long, all around the world. Hot air balloon pilots, skydivers. These are people that are absolutely in the atmosphere, up there where the stuff's coming out of the airplane.
Yes, sir.
Wouldn't they be the best
Can-
people to go over and start talking to and try to wake up?
Absolutely. I'm trying to get your particles on here.
Just for everybody's knowledge, my friends, my family, and my workplace aren't trying to have it.
Explain this etheric prophonic. What is? You say this video right here for me.
Etheric photonic light potential, or whatever. Photonic is the word you're having trouble with.
Explain it to us, sir.
Well, these are the particles that are in our atmosphere. If you block, those are two trees next to each other. The sun is being blocked, and you're seeing the particles on the back of the other tree, in front of the other tree. I want you to go out and do a video like this yourself, Dave, and figure it out. Help me out. Let's find out what this is. There's a whole playlist in the section here to look through of other people that have been doing this way back 10 years ago.
When I lived in Kentucky, I could see what my mother-in-law had called pollen. You know, she called it pollen. We saw it at night, like
It's not pollen
15
season.
years ago.
I just filmed this like a couple weeks ago, and it's not really pollen season. But this can be filmed at any time of the year, in the winter, any time of year. So I believe it's more than pollen. And you can see that some of these are all charged up and be colorful and other things. So
Yeah, I see a little bit of color like rainbow. It looks through the streaks of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Sure do.
I mean, that could be pollution from our cars. That could be pollen. That could be the dust from a construction job. I mean, just many particles. That could be the smoke from a fire. All that mixed in together, don't you think?
Sort of, yeah. Yep. But I think that if it had real substance, it would be landing on our surfaces, or you could get out there with a filter and filter it out. So far, I can't. I've gone out there with the shop vac and a wet sock on top of it and filtered, and then went and looked at it through a magnifying glass and a scope or whatever, and I can't find nothing.
You can't.
No. And this is reproducible, Dave. Go out and look in your environment. And this can be done in the winter. It can be done out in the woods. It can be done in the city. This is just what our atmosphere is. This is in our face. It's just not right there. It's every breath we take in, this stuff is there.
You're absolutely right. That's going right up our nose and into our lungs and everything, all in our body.
Maybe it's just photons. Maybe it's just light. Maybe this is where the magic of this world happens. Maybe these are what
I remember that.
How about these are what make up the clouds? All these particles get together and some consciousness creates these things we see in the sky.
Yes, sir. I remember NASA having this gel type substance behind an asteroid, and trying to collect, particles from an asteroid. Somehow or another, it'd be nice to collect particles like that and see what they're, see what they are.
Well, I have a guy that's going to help me film more of this, and I'm going to get in the field and in the frame of shot and see if I can interact with the particles. Do they do something different? Do they attack me? Do they hover around me? Do they fly in and out of me? Let's find out. I want more people to help research this. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Everybody
sir.
wants to look up and point at the planes, but they don't bring this out. Show this if you're trying to scare people or wake people up. See if it, I don't know.
Well, maybe we'll get some of the some of that out there, and you know what I'm saying? Get people
Yeah.
more involved in testing the water and testing the air and whatever it may be. Go and wipe your car with a certain cloth or something and get particles and see what's, you know, coming, what's landing on us.
Sure. Yep.
You know what I'm
Good
saying? We
idea.
need to get people,
Yep.
need to get people involved.
Well, and then it's I feel more people will get involved if they don't have a negative narrative attached to it. If we go up and say, "Oh my God, look, we're all being poisoned. I need you to get out here and observe it and feel poisoned like me," who's signing up for that? My grandmother, my mother, my friends didn't. If you go out and say,
Yes,
"Hey,
sir. You're right.
something really magical's happening or something really special's happening, let's try to figure it out," and let them go into it open-minded without the fear-based narrative first. Because I got stuck in that. I got to tell you, that's all I heard was everybody talk about how NASA, the government, the geoengineering, blah blah. It was all negative, going to kill me, and I'm over that. Yeah, Norbert
Nor
right there is in Australia, and he can film it himself. And a lot of the videos in the playlist are from Australia. Some of them,
you
and
know
they're back
Norby?
over. And there's some of them. Yeah, that's a good friend of mine right there, Norbert. And then some of those particles are back 9, 10 years ago, so it's not like it's something new that's being done. And matter of fact, I don't know if anybody else noticed it, but there's a huge decrease in chemtrailing over me right for the last 5 weeks or so. Maybe just
A
2 or
decrease.
3 or 4 days. Yeah, decrease, absolute decrease, less.
Maybe they're using a different type of fuel. A lot of people think they're mixing these chemicals in with, you know, with the fuel.
Okay, let me say this: if it was just being done to dumb us down, make us sick, and put something in us, wouldn't they just put it out of the tailpipe of our car? Come on.
Yes,
Then
sir.
again, if they were doing something nefarious, would they have to do it over our head for 30 years plus or 20 years plus and let us all see it? Could you
Well, they
imagine
claim
if
it's
somebody came up to us and it was invisible? If everything they sprayed was invisible, how would we wake people up or how would we wake up to it then? If they were doing something
they,
nefarious, why wouldn't they make it invisible? Why would they let us see it
they,
and pass all that information around, except if it was to lock us into a fear and victimization vibration?
yes, sir.
It doesn't make any sense that they would come certain days and have to spray these little tiny lines, and nobody underneath that is stopping is forgetting to stop at red lights. Nobody's dropping dead because they sprayed a line over a certain part of the sky that day. They're doing it because there's breaks and gaps in our atmosphere up there, in our magnetosphere is being compromised, and holes are opening up, and huge amounts of cosmic radiation and UV radiation is flowing in. Why wouldn't we want them up there to try to put a little barrier or something to stop that? That's exactly what's happening. And I think they've got plenty of smart enough people to try to find something that's not as toxic as what they tell us it is.
I hear you very well, but I don't see your picture anymore.
Oh no, I took it off
I'm
because
a,
I was walking around.
okay. Well, I'm gonna share the link to My Skies 5D. Let me get the picture up one more time of his channel.
Cool.
Um,
Good to see you guys all here today.
I really appreciate this, man. This is a highlight moment for
No worry,
my
Dave. We'll do
guest
another
week.
one. We'll do another
You
one. You know what
know,
I'm trying to do is get people to hold the positive perspective. I'm not telling anybody not to look at the negative narrative out there, but to at least, you know, present somewhat of a positive perspective or listen to some other positive perspective.
uh, I envy your work, sir. I do.
No
That's
worries.
why I asked you to come on. It's been a full-filled week with the morning dew,
Yeah.
and now you, and I had Jeff P on last week,
Hmm.
and you know this is awesome. I'm getting some good channels, some good guys up here, and
Hmm.
here goes your channel sharing again. I hope to get it up here. I
Great,
don't,
Dave.
I don't always understand what to do next, but I try.
Yeah. No worries. No worries. See if you could film some of those particles and do some type of experiments and get more people, interested in it. I guess.
Yes, sir. That's right. We need to make videos like that and get people interested in testing, you know, these particles too.
Yeah.
instead
right,
of
love you
making
guys.
instead of making accusations and and not knowing 100%.
Exactly. And just when I look around at my physical environment, people look healthy, happy, loving. Everybody's still getting along. Sure, there's a certain part of the population that are drug addicted and doing bad things, and we want those freedoms to be able to do those things. I guess but I see everything as changing and this being done for us and not against us. Great seeing you all
You,
again. Thanks, Dave.
yes, sir. 5D, I thank you for coming on.
No worries. Good luck on your channel.
This has
You're
been an
doing
honor.
great. You bet, brother.
Yes,
Ciao,
sir.
everyone.
We've noticed a lot of sky watchers, like you said, is coming in, and it's people like you that influence us, to keep going. And I
Yeah,
really
exactly.
appreciate it, sir.
Exactly, and that's what I feel is so important that these new skywatchers that come on that we don't just dump that negative narrative on it because I've ran that negative narrative its course and it didn't stop one plane. It didn't make me an elevated person in my community. So just hold the positive
Thank you.
perspective. We love you, Dave. Good night, everyone.
Thank you. I love and appreciate you, sir. Thank you for coming on. Everyone, what an awesome guest. My Skies 5D. This man can do some videos. I'm going to share his link. And I'm fixing to go out with some music. Super Dave has an awesome week this week. I've had some guests on. I really appreciate everyone that's been here, that's joined, that's been in here. Born a Racer, thank you for coming in. Let's call some names. Open your eyes, peeps. Thank you. I appreciate everybody being here. Oopsie Daisy, Charlotte. Vlogger, NG, Mind the Damn. I don't know how to say that. Skyhawk 56. We need to see in 10 years and see what's happening to children's lives. Thank you for coming in, Skyhawk 56. Norby K. Hi, I'm Norbit. I'm nice. I thank you, Norbit. Thank you for coming in. Miss China Jones, thank you for being here. You've been a good moderator. Jason Tomlinson, thank you. Applesauce. Sharon Bailey. Norby K. Go Kart Bob. Applesauce, open your eyes. Open your eyes, peeps. Everybody's been wonderful here. Smack the thumbs up for me. I know a lot of you don't know this guest tonight, My Skies 5D, but I respect this man. This man has led me to where I am. He's helped me. He's given me advice. Born a Racer, vlogger. There's the link. Please grab this channel up. Anyone wants to be a guest next week? I'll put my email address right here. I don't know how to put the link into the comment section yet. But you send me an email and I'll let you know when I'm going live. Please respond. Send me an email to that right there. And Super Dave will respond and make you a guest and talk about your channel. Talk about your opinion. Talk about your research. That's what I'm talking about. We're all here. We all do videos for a reason. If you're a racer and you race go-karts, I will have you on. It's just not about only sky videos. It's just not only about aerials. For real. That's what I'm talking about. I want to promote your channel. Where's that email? It should be on there. Unless the YouTube took it off. I wanted to go out with some music. I just randomly pick a song. I thought I had it up there. The email. Did it just disappear? There it is right there. Kimberly Solomon. Thank you for coming in, vlogger. Mendiano. I don't know how to say it. Thank you for coming in. Kimberly Solomon, thank you. I saw you in the chat in Miss China Jones last night. Miss China Jones, are you still here? Let's get the music rocking and rolling here a minute. I don't know why my thing here is not playing it, but we'll get it to play one way or the other. That's what I'm talking about. You know, Super Dave's got to have some music. Good idea, bro. What idea? Miss China still here, woman? Miss China Jones left me. Come on, music. All right, we're connected. Skyhawk 56, let's hope the aluminum spraying for weather modification, but also will affect children's frontal lobe. Hope I'm wrong, but so far I've been correct. I know autism has picked up. Is that because of the vaccinations? Y'all have a wonderful night. Say your prayer before you go to bed tonight. I love and appreciate y'all. Hit the thumbs up there for me, please, on the way out. Until the video uploads, you all can conversate with each other. Thank you very much.